So just find your feet, feel the ground, have your feet parallel, and just sink the hips and lengthen up through the spine. Take some slow, deep breaths. Sink down with the hips, relax and sink the shoulders. Gently breathe in and breathe out. Notice the sensation of contact between the feet and the ground. Then lengthen through the spine. So the head floats up and your sitting bones and tailbone sink down. Create some space under each of your arms. Relax around the elbows, the wrists, and the hands. Turn the waist. Just let the arms move. So it's a bit wet and miserable and damp. So what we'll do is we'll actually start with some dough in today, Chinese massage. Again, sink the hips, lengthen through the spine. Breathe in, breathe out. Relax around the shoulders. Breathe in and breathe out. So you want to sink the hips. Make sure your knees are pointing where the toes point. Just keep it nice and relaxed. Just gently breathe in and breathe out. Lengthen through the spine. A little shake out. Tune into your feet. And then put the hands together. and tapping around the face. Sides of the head. Forehead. And the top of the head. Gently on the back of the neck. And then just gently massage around the neck. And use your thumbs on the occipital ridge. Just give yourself a massage around there. Just let the arms relax and drop and sink the hips, lengthen through the spine. Just check your posture again. And then pick a shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Down the inside of the arm and up the outside of the arm. Keep breathing, very good. And then just squeeze the and tap your upper trapezius. Just give that arm a shake. Go like this. Okay, do the other arm so it's not left out. So again, you start with your good posture first. So chin resting on an imaginary ball, and then do the other shoulder. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Down the inside of the arm and up the outside of the arm. And then massaging. So you push your heel of the hand into your trapezius muscle. You can rub around the front as well. And then tapping, massaging, and then rub the front here. And rub the front the other side. And then give that arm a shake. Around the hips. Down the outsides of the legs. On the feet. And up the insides of the legs. And one more. Around tummy. And on the chest. Big breath in and out. Okay, so that's a bit of a self massage. Very good for your muscles, your bones, um, circulation, sort of gently waking your cells up and just tune into your natural bounce. So feel the ground under your feet. And then, so this gentle springiness in the legs. See that from the diagonal view? And turn so that the palms face up. And you want to really relax around the elbow. And change. So you're doing the outside turn. Feeling the weight distribution and how it changes. Nice and relaxed. Breathing. Very good. Relax around the elbows. Breathing in. Breathing out. Let go in the shoulders. Let go in the arms. Let go in the hands and the feet. Okay, one more each side. A little shake out. Check your posture. So you want to make sure you've got a good Wu Chi stance. So your feet, if I just roll up my trouser legs, so you can see my feet a bit better. My feet are parallel and shoulder width apart. I've gently drawn the toes in. I'm sinking my hips. I'm sinking my shoulders. And just imagine now that you've got someone at the side of you and they're pulling, just gently pulling on your shoulder. So just take a little bit of time to just create a little bit of space in that shoulder joint by imagining someone just pulling the shoulder in that direction, both front and back. So they're supporting and gently creating a bit of space. Sinking down. So you just let your weight rest just behind the ball of each foot. And then the other shoulder is just softly and gently pulled. Just use your breath just to gently breathe in and breathe out. And imagine at the same time just creating that space, feeling that gentle pulling in the shoulder. Sink down, lower back, and then just let the arms drop. Oh. Sink the hips, lengthen through the spine, relax around the jaw. And turn the waist. Just allow the arms, show you that from the side, allow the arms just to swing forwards and swing back. Relax the shoulders, sink the hips. Relax the knees. So you've got that springy feeling in the knees. I'll show you that from the diagonal. So you're using your legs as springs. Really, really let go in the shoulders, and they're going directly forwards and directly back. Show you that from the other side again. Directly forwards, directly back. Breathing and change. Check your posture. Turn your left foot out. Place your right foot forward, heel toe. Sink down. Lengthen through the spine. Sink forwards and back. Sink the hips. Let go in the lower back. Softly gazing forwards, listening behind and above. Relax around the jaw. Remember, you're gently resting your chin on a ball that's floating on water. So you lengthen through the neck and up through the crown of the head. sinking down. Try the other side. So start with your Wu Chi first, and then heel toe, forwards and back. And then sink back and turn. Sink forward and turn. Sink back and turn. Sink forward and turn. Make sure your knees stay pointing where the toes point. As you sink back and turn, feel that this hip is rotating outwards so that the knee stays in line with the toes. Okay, try that turning exercise on the other side. So get your posture correct first, then you move. Okay, now this time, do a couple more, and then we'll do 2 turns per leg. So 2 turns per leg. 1, 2, 1, 2. And then forwards and back. A little shake out. Check your posture again, and we'll do the same exercise with the other foot forward. So we first start by checking that our feet are in the right place. We're sinking our hips. Then you change sides. Do a few of these first. And then 2 turns. So really feel that waist is moving freely. Keep your knee in line with the toes. So you're rotating that knee out by rotating in the hip. And forwards and back. Dragon serves teacups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great. Okay, we'll carry on with some silk reading based qigong. Again, just find your feet. Breathe in and out, and sink the hips. I'll show you that from diagonal. So I just float up, the wrists slightly raised, head lengthening through the crown of the head, and the head lined up correctly. So you're lengthening through the crown of the head and you're lined up. Open the palms of the hands. Extend slightly in the fingers. And feel that the underside of the arm is heavy and that's pulling your arm down. And you sink the hips. Relax the shoulders, sink the hips, feel the sensation right to the ends of the fingers. Just tall through the spine, this lovely tall feeling. One more time. Load up with the arms and transfer the weight. We'll just do this exercise. So you can do the opposite. So my arms go to the opposite direction that the weight's going through my foot, which is what happens in the form. So we'll do a few more like this. Again, you're nice and upright in the spine, along the spine. Breathing, be relaxed. Shoulders soft. One more time each side. A little shake out. And then you can also go the same side. So you can go like this. So this is more like when you're doing the stepping chancy. And you can go, this one's a bit bigger. Keep breathing, very good. It's almost like a modified figure eight. One more each side. Have a little check. Check your posture. All through the body. Take a slightly wider stance. So it doesn't have to be as wide as what I'm doing. I'm just doing this for just so you can see what's going on. Transfer your weight. So you're aiming for the bubbling well of your left foot to the bubbling well in your right foot. Knees in line with the toes. Now you can have your feet out, you can have them parallel. And sink the hips. And then here's a good one for leg murdering. So you go round and round in a circle. We won't do too many. 3, 4, 5, 6. That will do. And then 6 in the other direction. 1, 2. Breathing. 3, 4, 5. So you can feel it. It's very good. 6 for your legs. And then we go a horizontal circle 6 times. So you go to the heels and the ball of each foot. And then 6 in the other direction. Okay. Check your posture. Bring them in a bit so it's less. And we'll do silk reeling number 1. So we go 1, 2. Transfer the weight. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a very gentle turn in the way. It's not a big turn. It's quite a subtle turn. Silk reeling number 1. Get yourself nice and comfortable. So you want to keep your shoulders down and sunk. You want to keep a rounded shape in the arm. Just let the arm relax. Let the other arm relax. Place your hand. Monitor. So you're feeling the top of your quads, and that tells you that the hip is opening. The hip joint is opening and closing. Sink the hips, turn the waist. So it's this soft, light arm. Rounded shape in the arm. Turn the waist, not too much. Transfer the weight, turn the waist. Transfer the weight, turn the waist. Softly gazing forward, listening behind. And relax. Have a little shake out. Grab some water if you need some. And just give your legs a bit of a rest. It's quite surprisingly hard work on the legs, this kind of stuff. Okay, silk reeling number 2. 1. So this nice open feeling in the palm. Remember, you put your hand on your head, and that's the shape the palm makes. 2, transfer the weight over. 3, this hand just wipes down, and you have this open feeling in the shoulder joint, and still a little bit of roundness in the arm shape. And 4, you transfer your weight across. Again, you're letting go in the lower back. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing. Other side. Both hands together. Sink the hips. Change the direction. Sink the hips again, relaxing the lower back. So feel that your lower back is opening. And have a little shake out. Okay, here's one that I've learned from Carell, and it's based on what he learnt from Master Do, and it's called piercing chancy. Like you're piercing up with a spear or something like that. So with that one, you're doing the outside turn, and that you're transferring the weight, and you're turning to the opposite corner where your weight's going through. And then we'll just do one side. So it's like this, and then you come up and down. And imagine a plate that you spin the plate and then you come up. And Eva said it's almost like you're using your little finger in it as if you were about to pick your nose, but you miss with your little fist. Strange. So, and down. And then at the top, there's a little, so there's a horizontal circle here, and then the vertical circle, almost a vertical circle up the top. I'll show you that from the side. So go like this. Piercing chancy. Okay, let the arm relax. We'll try the other side. So I've just got my hand here, and I'll go. So I'm sinking, but I'm still staying upright. I'll show you that from the side. 3, 4. So transfer my weight and turn. Come back. 5. Knees in line with the toes. Don't worry, this is a bit complicated. 6, 7, and 8. And then if that wasn't bad enough, you then do for fun, which will confuse your brain. 7 and 8. Something like that. Great. Shake out. Okay, another one that is good for doing one side and then the other. In the form, um, we have we've done our third um, stepping, and then we go like this, and we sink back, and then we turn and punch. So that's actually quite a nice little exercise of itself. So what you do is just make a circle. So it's the opposite. So the opposite hand to the opposite side. So you transfer your weight and then bring the hand round, and we'll just do some silk reeling like this. So it's like, think of polishing a table. Okay, now try the other. So it's more circular at the moment. So I'm transferring my weight. I transfer my weight. I transfer my weight. Okay, now just stick the arm out like that and then stick the arm out. So you want to stay, this almost stretches when you get here, but not too far, not reaching too far forward. You just keep it just gently open. Sink the hips. And then try that with a punch. I'll show you from the side with a diagonal view. So I transfer the weight, I turn, and then I keep a bend here, and this is a straight line. And I feel an opening in my chest. So this isn't how you'd actually punch, but it's, we'll just go at a moderate pace. So you're aiming just forward, forward. So there's a slight turn. You look across the diagonal. So you're not actually looking where you're punching either. And then if you want, you can go a little faster and hit your tummy gently. I'll show you that from the back. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So that's the punch in isolation. So that's the punch kind of punctuates the form. There's a couple of about maybe 3 or 4 times where you do a punch, just as there's a few times where you do a guardian warrior pounds the mortar. So there's some quite kind of explosive movements in the Liaojia form. Okay, next, let's just have a look at the stepping. So you've got, yeah, actually, we'll backtrack. We'll just do this movement. So you're stepping, I'll show you from the side. It's almost like a train. The wheels of a steam train that go round and round. You have the forearm and an open feeling in the palms, but they're sideways, but it's still that shape in the hand. So hand, foot, hand, foot. So the hand leads the foot. And oh, I've run out of room, so I'm just going to step 1, 2, 3, 4, and nice and tall. And once more. Okay, let's have a little look at the first part of the form. I'll show you that from um, the front, and then I'll turn around and we'll do it together with me facing that way. See how it gets on. But you start with your feet here, and then you step out with your left foot. So I'm going to step out with my right. So you step out, and then you raise up, come down, transfer your weight to the right foot, transfer your weight to the left foot, turn the right foot out, step, heel, toe, put the toes down when the hands come down, open, and Guardian Warrior pounds the mortar. So let's do that, and I'll face in the correct direction. So you start with your feet together, sink the hips, and begin. Step out. Feel the ground under your feet. Gently breathe in and out. Breathe in and begin. So shoulder height, sink down. Now transfer your weight into your right foot. Press the imaginary left wall. Transfer your weight to your left foot. Scoop underneath. Press the imaginary right wall, but turn on the heel. Step your left foot forward. Keep your toes up. Now as you bring the hands down, that's where you put your toes down. Then you open. I'll show you what we do from the side. Open, come underneath, bring your right foot forward into right cat stance. Have your right hand like this, the left hand, your this side of the arm. Then you bring your hands together. Then the left hand comes down as the right hand comes up, and then you bring that together and stamp down with the foot. I'll show you from the back. So you come up and weight 50-50. Turn to your left, turn to your right, cross the right hand underneath the left, old mirror. Then you step out with your right foot, heel toe. Bring the hand up there and push. Right, I'll turn around. Okay, turn slightly to your left. Keep this hand where it is. Let this hand come off the hip. Bring the hands together. Bring the hands down next to the neck. So like this, and from the mirror side, like this. So it's like you've got a shot put. Then push, push, and as you push, you step forward with the left foot. So from here, you push, step forward with the left foot, and this knee points out to the corner, and the hands push to the knee comes out to the front, and the hands push out to the corner. That's right. So knee pushes out to the front, hands push to the corner. Then you go like that. So from here goes drop the right, drop the left, and imagine the left's got a ball, punch the ball. Then step, and then silk reeling number one. And push. Right. Let's try that again. So I'll do it with my back. So, yeah, you can almost see me. So feet together. Breathe in and out. And step out. And begin. Breathe in, sink down, breathe out. Shift to the right, shift to the left. Weight in the right foot, step with the left. Hands down, toes down. Transfer the weight forward. I'll show you that from the side. Transfer the weight forward. Open the arms, turn to the side, feel the stretch, release the stretch. And like this. Then this hand comes down as this hand comes up like this, and then you bring the hands together. So turn, open, close. Weight in the left foot, left hand on the top. So weight in the left foot, left hand on the top. Step out. Like that. Turn, stretch, release the stretch. Sink down, put the shot put, then throw the shot put to the corner. Your knee is a little further along. Turn right hand underneath, left hand over, punch forward slightly. Fingers underneath the elbow. Step out, heel toe. Transfer the weight to the left foot more. Push to the left corner. Sink the hip. Okay. Unfortunately, we only had time to do that twice. We'll stick with that. We'll do that next week as well, and just get that a little bit more practiced. And then once we've got, I'll just show you when you've done that. You then go. This isn't the mirror side. I'll work out the mirror side. Another one of these. And then into single whip. But we'll get to that. And then after the single whip, we got your 3 steps. And then you do it again. And then we do the punch as we were practicing punching earlier. So it's all in there, but we've got to try and do it in a limited space. So, okay, just feel the feet, breathe in and out. Just turn the waist. And then stroking the back. Just breathe in, breathe out. And then embrace the tiger. Return to the mountain. One more time. Check your posture. Breathing in and out. Rub your hands together. And polishing the face. And rub the hands together again. And give your lower back Over. Just stand for a moment. Just really feel the ground under your feet. Make a fist with the right hand, left hand over the top, feet together, and down. Great. So those of you that are leaving, well done. Those of you that are staying, we'll do a little bit of standing. We're actually going to look at some of the moving exercises for the next half hour or so. Yeah. So when you're ready, just get into a Chen bow.
Yeah, I was just saying that's fine. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. So we'll just have a little look at Chen bow, but before that, we'll just get our arms even softer than they are already. So just show you that from the diagonal, and we'll do Master Chung's exercise. So you want to feel the feet, you want to sink the hips and lengthen through the spine, and just keep your breathing natural and kind of easy, and just oh. So we're really operating from this really quiet, kind of almost like a silent place. Think of like I remember it was a it was an island, so I can't remember one of the Greek islands I was at, and there was this beautiful cave, and it had this kind of pond or a big lake in it, and it was all really really peaceful and quiet. And every now and then you heard a little drip from the cave roof, and then you get this drip, and then the water would ripple a bit, and then it would just relax. It's that kind of a feeling that that's the place you're operating from, if that helps. So, and that's what we're going to be exploring for the next, 20-25 minutes. So you just let the arms float up, almost like they're floating up by themselves. Then you sink the hips and extend the fingers. Then you release that stretch, bring the hands in, bring the wrists into the shoulders, and then you let go. So this just lets go, and then you sink your hips again. Check your posture. And while you're breathing in and out, just let go between the shoulder blades and then let go down the arm muscles. Extend the fingers. That's it. Then bring the wrists into the shoulders so the elbows bend. Feel that bend and then release the bend. Just let everything go. And then you let go between the shoulder blades, let go down the arm muscles. I'll just go back to the front view. Extend, bring the hands in and sink down. Okay, now this time Chen bow. So I'll show you that from the diagonal view. So I've got this nice rounded shape in the hands, and you don't have to have the hands up as high as that. My fingers and my thumbs are pointing to a central point. Sink down. Draw the toes in. Relax around the jaw. Or bow. Ooh, bow. And then Wu Chi. So back to your Wu Chi stance. Okay, so just practice shifting the weight. Shift the weight, shift the weight. So again, it's about 60-40. Relax around the lower back, relax the hips, relax in the knees and the ankles. Sink the weight, float the head. So gently breathe in and out. And then what we're going to do is we're going to lift the opposite wrist. So you bend at the elbow, lift the opposite wrist, bend at the elbow, lift the opposite wrist. And then this time, you bend the elbow, lift the opposite wrist, turn the waist. Bend the elbow, lift the opposite wrist, turn the waist. So then when you make the movement bigger, it kind of looks like this. I'll show you that from the diagonal. So I transfer, I transfer. So you're doing your yo-yo thing, but because you're turning the waist, that's why the arms will move with the waist. So you're moving your arms in conjunction with what's happening in the waist. Sink the hips. Okay, have a little shake out. This time, just practice like you're wiping a shelf. So go that side, just let it drop. Go that side, just let it drop. So you still want to keep an open feeling in the shoulder. So I'm stopping at the when I hit kind of nose. I line my hand up with my nose, and that's when I stop. So I'm not going beyond. I'm not going beyond nose level. Okay, now you turn. So you got that one. So with the turn of the waist, that means you can then put a turn in your arm. And it's like you're clearing something away, clearing something away. So these all form part of a thing called the health dance from each one, where you'll do one movement over and over again, and then you start combining them. But we're going to do the single movements, otherwise it gets very confusing. The other one is just lifting the arm. So you've got the same arm, same leg. And you've got the opposite arm and leg. They also use this one in the 18 set, the Shibashi set that I also teach. It's also useful for... Okay, so what happens next is you've got your kind of zigzag steps. So 3, 4, and now my head and my feet have disappeared. Then you go backwards, 2, 3, 4. So what I'll do is I'll show that from the side view, because then you can see my hands and my feet. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can step backwards. Stepping backwards is good. It builds up your hamstrings, and it also works your balance. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can just, and like this. So actually, yeah, let's do this one. 1, 2, 1, 2. So you've got this circular movement, circular movement, circular movement. Breathing. Oh, marvelous. Forwards and back. So you can do a big version, and you can also go like this. So think of a beach ball and a melon. So it's, and then you can also have strawberries, but see how you get on. So we'll just, and then you just start kind of moving around, just using this one movement and seeing what happens. So you need to feel nice and loose. And it's quite good. It's quite a good workout. If it gets too complicated, just stick with this. And then you can also do this one as well. Yeah. Right, change exercises. And then you can also go in the opposite direction. So try something and see what happens. And then you can start not just going forwards and back, you can put some different footsteps in. There we go. So this is all part of the health dance, and you can, and then start combining things. There's also this one. Try this one. We didn't quite get round to doing it in the Chen style, but it's a nice exercise. Down and up, down and up, down and up, and So eventually you're just following the movement itself. But that's a few rungs later. So have a little shake out. Right. So that's the health dance. Health dance. So you just kind of move around and kind of I'll be able to do a little bit more. I'm seeing Corel and everyone Saturday. I've got a day workshop with them here, and we'll be doing all day Yiquan, so standing, things like so like last week we were looking at Ping Shui, Shili, Ping Shui, this movement. But what we'll look at this week is we'll have a look at the punching. So the basic punches, you have them sort of starting here, and you're going from 70, 30 to 50, 50. That's the first punch. And the second punch, that's more like 80, 20. And then I kind of do it along the diagonal. And it's like you've got a rubber band between your hands. And then when the rubber band snaps, this hand goes back near the cheek and this hand goes slightly forward. So if I was using my, got this very useful lamp in this room, so you can see it as a, so I'm kind of boom, boom, like that. So I'm just touching, I'm just touching it, and it's the whole body. So it's not just this arm going forward, this one goes back as well as this one goes forward, and then as this one goes forward, this one goes back. So I'm not just sticking the arm out. There's a counterbalance with the shoulder, so it's like this kind of thing. I'll put my lamp back. So the first punch, so we'll do the first two, we'll do this punch, and then we'll also do this punch. So it's like you're turning a wheel. So if you was turning a wheel, one arm will go up and one arm will go down. And you're also using, if you remember these exercises, the kind of upper waist. Yeah, this is quite a good exercise. So it's like you've got a wheel and you turn to the diagonal, go up, turn and go up. You're making a figure 8 with your elbows. I'll show you that from the side. And then downwards, downwards, downwards. And you can do it just like this, like you're in the Zhangzhong position. So first move, so we just do 10, 1, nice and soft, 2, 3, 4, really soft, 5, think about your body mechanics, 6, 7, 8, 9, knee in line with the toes, 10, 10 the other side. So you can leave your hands like this, or you can just drop your hands and have a bit of a, oh, and then change sides. But if you want to, you know, give yourself a workout, keep your arms up when you change sides, but we won't today. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and you look where you're aiming for. 5, 6, 7, 8, nice and relaxed. 9, nice and relaxed. 10. Okay. Right, try this one. 1, 2, 3. So there's a twist. It's like 4, 5, and a downward as you go up. 6. I think it's called zhuang. 7, 8, 9, 10. A little shake out. Try the other side. 1, 2. So nice, and think about a circle. 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll ask Corel about the sideways punch. That's quite good, but I'm not so hot on the sideways punch. And the downward punch is quite good fun too. So we'll do the down. We'll leave out the sideways punch because I'm not so hot on that. But the downward punch I really like. So you start here and then that goes up as that goes down. 1. And it's like you've got a hoop that you're punching through. And it's another kind of twisty type thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that's it, 8, 9, and 10. And try that the other side. So again, relax your arms in between for now. We'll work towards keeping our arms up all the time, like but we're taking it easy today because we're working on learning the principles. So it's like this, nice and relaxed. So this one kind of goes up as this goes down. So it's almost like you was ripping, you was ripping something between your fists. 2, like was it Jeff Cates with the phone directories? I'm sure I just said 3, 4, 5. There's a slight forward 6, 7 to 50-50, 8, 9, and 10. So once you've done your singles, you can do your doubles. So I'll show you the double punch, this double straight punch. Goes 1. That's it. So let's do that. We'll do 8 of those. 1, 2. And just keep everything really soft, no effort. 3. Just think about just getting it correctly set up. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, other side. So get yourself, so you're in a cat stance for the first one, then you step and back cat stance, so the heels off the floor. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. So you want to avoid any extraneous moves. So you just want to put one forward and one back. 4, that's it. Keep it very clear and simple. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, 8 double upward punches. So 1, 2. This is a bit tricky, but don't worry about it. Just do something. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nice. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we'll leave the double downward punch till next time because I think we're running out of time again. Just stand for a moment. Just feel your feet parallel. Sink down. Breathe. Oh. Just back to this one. So just feel the waist turn. Arms nice, relaxed and floppy. And this one. Really let go in your shoulders. Embrace the tiger. Return to the mountain. And just stand for a moment. Notice your breathing. Sink the hips. And make fist with the right hand, left hand over the top. Bring your feet together and